Welcome back to another episode of Walkin Talkin with Tim. So my guest today is Michelle Shirey. Is it Shirey, right?
Shirey, yes.
I see. I did it right for once, right? The last time I interviewed someone, I called Misty Mitzi, and I'm so sorry about that. Actually, I'm not. It was kind of funny. So anyway, Michelle Shirey is, well, I'm not going to say is yet. Michelle works for Gloucester County Workforce and Development. So she has two titles. I'm going to let her tell you what they are and what that is.
So I work for Gloucester County Department of Economic Development. I do the business development and workforce development. I'm on the board of the Gloucester County Chamber of Commerce, and that's actually how I met Tim, amongst other people.
Amongst other things.
And I am the mother of two wonderful, growing, strong young ladies of 8 and 13, and they keep me on my toes, man.
Yeah. What do you do at work?
So at work, I help develop programs. I administer programs for career readiness, education, training for the workforce, for businesses in the area. We work with a lot of the bigger companies. We do a lot of hiring, recruiting. We do job fairs.
Right.
So, basically we give people, that extra little step that they need to get their career back in the right direction or get the training.
Just get it on track.
Yeah, get it on track, but also
get started sometimes, right?
Yeah, started to pivot, to transition.
Especially after all this.
There's so much of that going on today.
Yeah, there is. A whole lot of it. So, as you all know, I asked a ton of questions as we're walking around. I made poor Michelle walk about 15 miles today, so I got lots of information. So,
Too much.
Like you said, she's married. She's the mother of two daughters, right? Mm-hmm. Coaching, right?
Yes.
She does like arts and crafts.
I do like arts and crafts.
I did find that out.
I knit hats, but not this one. I'm working up to this.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
I could use a really nice Cousin Eddie hat. So hook me up, man. So also, and this is pretty important. So Michelle, I'm going to ask her to talk about this because it's really important to her. So the work-life balance for the average mom that's out there, doing everything, right?
Yeah.
Not that dads don't do it. Don't get me wrong. Don't send me hate mail, please. But there's a lot of moms like my wife who, when my kids were growing up, she pretty much did everything at home for the most part. Took care of the girls, and I was gone all the time working, and she was working too. So Michelle, when we were talking, was telling me kind of about that. And so I wanted you to kind of weigh in, so to speak.
So, no, I mean, it's a constant battle. And I think that, in this day and age with, I don't like that new term, the meta universe or whatever, metaverse. I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
But with social media and with everything going so fast and changing so fast, there's a lot of pressure for moms, especially working moms, but all moms, because I got to tell you, when I stayed home just a little bit of time with my children, that is hard too. So I was just like, all right, when can I go back to work? And I have no qualms about saying it. I do not feel guilty about saying that, but it's hard. There's a lot of pressure from yourself, mostly, I think, because I think every mom is in a position where they just, want to do everything, and they don't want to say no to anything. They don't want to say no to PTO. They don't want to say no to
coaching.
Yeah, coaching. I know.
She coaches too.
Yeah. They don't want to say no to, the harvest party. So we're trying to fit all these things on our plate, and
not easy.
It isn't easy. And
it's overload. We were talking about that, right?
Yeah.
You said that. You get that whole overload thing.
So you can get burnt out, and unfortunately, many times you actually get burnt out before you hit the pause button. So,
You had a quote. What was it?
And you never feel like you're good enough.
That's
so you're
right.
Like, I'm never gonna. Oh my God, I have to do this.
But you are.
You are. Yes.
That's the key. You are good enough.
You absolutely are.
You just don't realize it in the moment because you're so bogged down with all this craziness.
Yeah. And then, we talked about it, taking the time to really savor the moments that you want to remember in your life, in your kids' life, in your family life, in the community. and not feel so pressured to move so fast.
And you said, actually, the point you made also was hitting the reset button.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it would be wonderful and magical. If, and honestly, I would pay anything.
I think we're going to have to make it. We could probably come up with, like, remember the easy button? We'll come up with the reset button.
Yeah.
And then when you press it, it'll just say things like, hey, man, I know you had a tough day, but tomorrow's going to be better.
Yeah.
Chill out. It's all good. Go have a glass of wine. It's all good.
Yeah. So if we all had a reset button, it would be a lot easier. Because you do have to reset yourself. You do have to reset your priorities. What your priority is now maybe wasn't your priority 3 years ago. And what your priorities are 2 years from now probably aren't the priorities that you have now. And so reassessing, being self-aware, because I feel like we're not, and I teach my kids about that.
Knowing when you're doing too many things at once.
Yeah. So sometimes I think I know, and then sometimes other days I'm driving home from work and I don't even remember how I got home because I'm thinking about all these different things.
I know.
So
I do it.
When I guess I'm looking forward to the Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. I'm big on holidays.
Right. Oh yeah, you said that. You love decorating.
I love decorating. I think.
Well, wait. Before you go there, let's touch on one more thing, because you said, and this is super important. I don't want to miss this. You said it was so important to you to be with all of that, to be an example for your daughters.
Yes.
And within that, you had a couple of comments that I thought were kind of important, particularly the other phrase that you throw at me.
What? Oh, the good extra mile.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about that, about how you feel about your kids and your daughters and setting that example, because it's so important for them to see you, be successful.
I think it's important to set examples of, how to, and I say this and they're going to kill me and they don't want to hear it anymore. I'm still going to say it. I always say, all right, go the extra mile. It's never crowded. And it's true. That's just that extra little bit that you can do to help your friend, the community,
oh, yeah.
Your mom out with the dishes maybe.
Doesn't matter what it is.
And it's just kind of the work ethic that, and not that it's all work and no play,
oh, yeah.
but it's a balance. And that's kind of my point, is that all these things are hard. They're not easy.
Absolutely.
I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, but we're all in the same boat. Everyone's just doing the best that they can, and if your values are intact and you're trying to do the best you can every day, and that's all you can ask for. No one's perfect. And if that's your goal, you're going to be very upset all the time.
Exactly right. Well, but the really cool thing is, in fact, it's the way you said it. Go the extra mile. And she said it just like this: go the extra mile. It's never crowded.
I did. Yeah.
So
it's never
just
crowded.
the way you said it was like it just stuck, and I'm like, oh, that's really good. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So
no,
it's important. That's true.
It is.
Right? We were talking about being successful and trying to figure your life out and advancing, right?
Yeah.
And that was the other thing you were talking about, was kind of getting ahead in your career and what's going on there, and you feel good about everything that you do because you work hard every single day, and because of that, that's how you got to where you are.
Yeah.
And you're proud of that.
I am. I'm proud of it, and I'm proud of the work that's been done. So, when you see a benefit in your community, when you see a benefit, just like I said, with the workforce, women transitioning into different jobs, them being able to support themselves. When you see those good outcomes, you want to do more of it. So it's kind of addicting, because and I don't want to say I'm a workaholic, because I'm working on that. But it's, when you're doing good things and you're being productive and you're adding value, all over, not just, in your work life, but just value to the community and anyone you come in contact with. And it's a good day. You kind of want to.
Makes you feel good.
It does, and it makes you want to do more of it. So.
So do more of it, right?
Yeah, no, definitely do more of it.
So if people want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
All right, so you can, 2 ways. You can either call the Gloucester County Chamber of Commerce, and I forget our phone number, but you can look it up on the website, and I am one of the board of directors, or you can call my office, and my phone number is 856-384-6902, and I actually answer my phone because I gave you my direct line. And I'd love to meet all of you. Tim has quite the following.
We're getting there. We're working on it. Well, listen, thanks for being on.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it's
It
great.
wasn't easy to get this one on. It wasn't easy. I gotta tell you. She's a little reluctant at first, but we got her.
I'm not. Public speaking is not my thing.
Mine either, actually.
I know.
Listen, thanks for watching. Keep on moving. Keep on walking. And we'll see you next time on Walkin' and Talkin' with Tim.